You're watching the Margaret River Pro 4th stop of the World Surf League Championship Tour, coming into the 5th heat of the morning, still in the seeding round, with Sally Fitzgibbons taking on Tatiana Weston-Webb and Silvana Lima, followed by the last heat of the seeding round, Malia Manuela's Lakey Peterson and Bronte McCauley. Joe Trappell with Potts for the call. No one calls him Martin, and he doesn't respond to it, so you got to stick with Potts, which was on all your old surfboards back in the day, actually on your current boards these days, which is great to see that personality from the 80s still alive and well here in 2019.
I mean, for me, she's a world title threat every year she puts on the jersey. Here we go.
Starting off this heat is Silvana Lima, getting just caught up in that wind, and somehow she's able to bring her board back down the line.
You kind of got to time your maneuvers about 3/4 of the way up the face of the wave. If you get too high on this wave here, you get hung up. And as Silvana Lima did right there, the wind.
Next one setting up for Fitzgibbons. Clean arcing turn right in front of Silvana Lima. Hits it off the top and she'll hang on.
That wind, Joe, it really does come into play. Even though it is offshore, this wave is quite a distance from the shore. Sally negotiating that one.
Tatiana Weston-Webb winding up on the backhand. She'll eject off the top. You can see how tough it is to control your maneuvers with some serious wind going up the face. So Silvana back of the line for priority. Priority with Tatiana Weston-Webb. Commits to this one. Hard off the bottom. Beautiful section for the top turn. Finds the lip to hit and will end up being complete right before the dry rocks there start to show up. We've already seen just about every competitor bounce off that rock shelf.
Number one, you know it's coming. Beautiful turn there from Tatiana, and then just takes her time, assesses the situation, and decides, you know what, I'm out of here. But yeah, beautiful opening maneuver. She kind of fixed it up too. Watch how on wave number one, she didn't quite finish this top turn. Wave number two connecting just before the lip there, so throwing a lot of spray into the sky. It's going to be Tatiana's best wave yet. A little snap there to finish, but didn't quite ride out of that. Why? Because it was absolutely dry reef right in front of her.
How they redefine themselves each and every year. How they really rattle the cages of the world champions in the heat draw. As we have an opportunity now setting up, Silvana Lima's unable to control the takeoff with that crazy wind. Goes down again, but she's going for it, Potts. Trying to find a rhythm and a tempo to match the beat of main break Margaret River. We've got Sally Fitzgibbons. Just draws that line down to the bottom. You can tell her turns are just being utilized to fight with the breeze. And she'll hop out right before the rocks there. So Sally just needed a .71 for the lead change.
Watch how she takes her time though, Joe, you know, and I think that's really what you have to do here. As soon as you start showing any sense of urgency or trying to put a turn in there where the wave's not going to allow you, you know, the board's going to skip out, you're going to make mistakes. You can see even just with her takeoff, you know, giving it that extra paddle or two, making sure she's almost down the face of the wave before she even stood up. So it really did put her in a good rhythm. I mean, there's not a massive score for Sally. A very tricky wave to ride, but she didn't need much to get the lead.
And Fitzgibbons holding down the lead. Looks like she's considering this wave. And Silvana in a better position to roll in. Just needs a 2.38 here. Carves to the first section. There's a nice snap off the top, and she'll just throw a little redirecting carve to avoid the rocks for a third maneuver.
Silvana still maybe struggling a little bit. That's better from Silvana. But then this wave kind of just gets all that white water on the face and really does make it more difficult to produce a...
Now Weston-Webb representing Brazil. Late jam off the roof into flat water, and somehow Tati hangs on.
And then Tatiana straight off the bat, connecting nicely, and then that deep low bottom turn, and showing that commitment right there from Tatiana. How did she pull that off, Joe? That was incredible stuff from Tatiana. Big snap, and then she just goes for it. drives off the bottom, flip line float, gets that separation, and then a little bit off balance. Gets swallowed up by the whitewater and then spat out at the bottom of it. Beautiful stuff there from Tatiana. Total commitment.
So impressive. A brilliant recovery on the finish. Big sweeping hook for Fitzgibbons. Nice flow over the whitewater, and she'll stay on her feet. So our competitors up for the challenge through this serious wind. Makes it so hard to perform, and Fitzgibbons looks so smooth on the open face to start. Silvana's previous wave, the 3.87, had her move up into second for a moment, but Tati's got some great numbers behind her, and this wave in the making. Backhand carve, and great timing to have the lip to hit.
And again, Tatiana wasting no time, getting the ball rolling. Beautiful wrapping turn.
So good at just setting up those lip line hacks. And there's that smooth style of Fitzgibbons. Wrapping cut back to float. Goes for the pin throw, and she's incomplete.
Kind of timing it late, getting swallowed up by the whitewater, and then Sally trying to better a 4.17. A couple of big turns.
Radical finishing move. Lima finding the lip to hit, get some water off the top. Not much happening through the inside, so she's out of there. Waiting for scores for all three athletes with 3.5 to go. Fitzgibbons 7.17 before that. Lima coming off the roof. Fades into the pocket, runs out of room quickly. And she already needs at least a 7.47 to move into the top two.
Looks like it's still a healthy score coming through, and then Silvana Lima. Bit of a tail tapping drop out on the open face for Silvana. And there, just the front foot slipping off the board, unfortunately for Silvana. Looks like she's riding a little bit of a longer board. Kind of needs to with this wind and this bump and lump on the face. Navigating that around her opponents. And then that wave doubling up, so this is a very tricky wave to read.
She's down to 10 seconds. It doesn't look like Silvana's going to get another shot here. Fitzgibbons looking so comfortable, working the wall of the wave so well. Clean rail work, and Tati just creating a lot of drama with the water disappearing, stomping some really radical finishes, and gets an excellent score for it. An 8-point ride for Tati and the win here in the 5th heat of the seeding round of competition.